Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rod Fowler. Megan Conway has the night off. The Palmyra School District is mourning tonight. A second-grade teacher there was killed this weekend while hunting. An outpouring of support on Facebook for second-grade teacher Cade Raymond, who died Saturday in a hunting accident. Pawnee County officials say the 23-year-old who taught at Bennett Elementary was accidentally shot while hunting with another person near Lewiston. Counselors and support staff have been available to help any student get through this very difficult time. Cade was not only a beloved teacher, but also a high school football coach at Palmyra High School, and he was ready to be a junior high basketball coach this winter. Many people leaving messages on Facebook saying Cade left a positive impact on so many. Another saying his students and co-workers will never forget him. He touched so many lives in such a positive way. And another saying, quote, "I know he was an amazing teacher, and those kiddos sure loved him." A prayer service for the Raymond family will be this Wednesday at 7 p.m. at the Auburn St. Joseph Catholic Church. And of course, our thoughts go out to Cade's family during this very difficult time. His death does come at a time when there are a lot of people out there hunting. In fact, the season just started this past weekend. Experts want to stress tonight safety as we go through the rest of the season. Channel 8's Joseph Nasser has more on that.
Every year we seem to have people that get injured or killed in an accident that for the most part is always preventable.
In 2020, there were 2 fatal hunting accidents in the state of Nebraska. The year before, there was 1.
Firearms are dangerous. I mean, they can be inherently dangerous, and an accidental discharge, can end very tragically.
Nebraska Game and Parks has a firearm hunter training requirement for hunters between the age of 12 to 29. Hunting instructor Jackson Ellis explains that there are 4 key rules.
The big 4 when we're talking about firearm safety is to keep the muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Second is trigger control, so keeping your trigger outside of that trigger guard until you're ready to shoot. Third is identifying your target and what lies beyond it. And then the last thing is keep that firearm unloaded until you're ready to use it, and always treat a firearm like it is loaded.
Nebraska Game and Parks advises that hunters wear blaze orange vests when they go out hunting so other hunters can see them.
Because of the way the deer's eyes are, they pick up orange as kind of a muted gray color. So even though it stands out to us, those deer aren't going to see it even at a very close distance.
Big Shots owner Jim Clark says he doesn't hunt anymore, but when he used to, he and his fellow hunters would have a meeting beforehand to make sure everyone was on the same page.
We would basically say, okay, we're going to go through this field, we're going to head up this draw, whatever it may be. And then we will all meet at the end.
You want to be in communication with your group before you start the hunt, where everybody's going to be and what the process of that hunt is going to look like.
You just want to be absolutely certain of what you're shooting at, where everybody is in your party, and hopefully then you have a successful hunt and nobody gets hurt.
Reporting in Lincoln, Joseph Nasser, Channel 8 News.
All right, other news now. Congressman Jeff Fortenberry now has a challenger in the upcoming election. State Senator Patty Pansing-Brooks announced her bid for Congress this morning.
Change can only happen when we elect leaders who understand and listen to the problems our communities face. That's why today I'm launching my campaign to represent Nebraska's 1st District in Congress.
Pansing-Brooks, a Democrat from Lincoln, was first elected to the Nebraska legislature back in 2014 because of term limits. She cannot run again next year. Her bid now for the 1st District seat comes as 9-time Congressman Jeff Fortenberry from Lincoln is being investigated for allegedly lying to the FBI. He is scheduled to be in court on December 14th, but is asking for that date to be moved to February. All right, a Lincoln man who was on the History Channel show Forged in Fire is speaking out tonight. He had thousands of dollars worth of knives and a sword stolen from his pickup truck last night.
This is going to put me out thousands of dollars. Being a small business owner this time of year, now I'm going to have to start over on all these knives. It's Christmas season, you know. Now not only did you take money from my family, but you took time from them as well.
Yeah, some of those knives made on the show. Garrett Eltine said he met with a client yesterday and left his items in his truck, knowing that he would be going to the shop today and would take them inside then. Well, the theft took place near 21st and Superior, and he warns that the sword is extremely sharp and if not handled carefully, can severely injure someone. The knives are unique and were made specifically for customers.
There's not many circulating around Lincoln. You know, I have a few customers, but they're not going to have their knives out and about. So if you see something with my logo on it, please feel free to reach out to me and I can let you know if maybe it's one of the knives that was taken.
If you happen to see a knife with this logo on it or see one for sale, you can contact Garrett directly at 402-613-0783. Again, that's 613-0783. And he can tell you if it was one stolen or not. The pictures are some of the knives that were stolen. Garrett also said that there were at least 3 other cars that were broken into. And if you have any information on the break-ins and thefts, you're encouraged to call Lincoln Police. In sports now, Nebraska football is coming off their bye week and adjusting to the new coaching changes that were made. Kelsey Casper joins us now with more on that. Kelsey.
Yeah, Rod, today was the first time we've heard from players since Scott Frost fired 4 assistant coaches last Monday during the team's bye week. Now the team is adjusting to the change and focusing on the final 2 games of the season.
You know, it's hard. Those guys see those guys see those coaches every day. I mean, we do too, but it's your position coach. You become very tight with them, and you know, when someone leaves the family, it's always tough. So I mean, that week was pretty tough.
A bit of a tough transition for the team, for the offense. I think there's no hiding that. Coaches we've obviously developed strong relationships with, so it's tough. But like you sort of said, as leaders on the team, it's our responsibility to make sure that we keep pressing on and we take these next 2 games, especially this week, this game against Wisconsin, serious and give it everything we have.
Now the Huskers kick off against Wisconsin on Saturday at 2:30 right here on Channel 8. I'll have more on that game coming up at 6.
All right. Thank you, Kelsey, for the update. As we come into a new week, UNL students are encountering some changes to the COVID testing protocol on campus. It's easing up a bit, but Channel 8's Nathan Grieve tells us some students are ready for this step.
The university is now pulling a number of unvaccinated people at random for testing each week. It's a small step, but it is one that the students I talked to are ready to take.
Honestly, I am ready for it. I actually got COVID this semester, so I am honestly ready for it to be over. It really wasn't that bad, honestly. I'm fine.
Now, some students do have a more cautious take, though, seeing some value in keeping that testing around for a while longer.
I think with getting back into like in-person classes, I think it's a good idea to still have a good amount of testing. Maybe not necessarily like weekly or however regularly, but I think like randomized testing is a good idea.
And for the time being, that's exactly what is going to happen for the 20% or so of students, staff, and faculty who aren't vaccinated. Reporting in Lincoln, Nathan Grieve, Channel 8 News.
Now, the new rules officially started yesterday, and minus a quick break for Thanksgiving, they're going to be in place for a while yet. All right, let's hope weather like we had today will be in place for a while yet. Basically, John, this was more like, what, early October?
That's right. Show of hands, how many people would like to keep this as we go through the winter? January and February in the 70s, I think, would be fantastic. It would also be a boon for the travel industry around here also, I think. Hey, around here today, very nice. Temperatures into the 70s. This is a live look right now from Beatrice. We've had a fair amount of clouds overhead, but now as the sun is getting ready to set, which, by the way, sunset this evening in Lincoln at 5:08, so just about 50 seconds ago officially. But you can see so the sun's starting to go underneath those clouds. We'll keep the clouds around as we go through the evening, but take a look at the temperatures. We're running 7 to almost nearly 20 degrees warmer than this time yesterday afternoon. Right now we're sitting at 57 degrees in Lincoln, but we hit a high of 72 this afternoon. 64 degrees in Beatrice, and we're still holding on to 70s in Hebron, Hastings, as well as in Kearney. You look back further west into the state, Valentine right now coming in at 71 and 71 degrees as well in McCook. You can see the clouds that are moving in for the eastern half of the state. There's a front that's draped over the top of us. Once you go east and northeast of there, temperatures quickly drop into the 40s. Back to the west of it, we've got temperatures surging well into the 70s. We're going to keep 70s around here through the day tomorrow as well. But this cold front brings some changes our way as we go into the middle of the week. For this evening, 49 degrees by 8. Still mild by 10 o'clock, only 46 degrees. We'll talk about highs tomorrow and what that front will do to us. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, John, talk to you later. It was a big day outside of the White House today. The president making the infrastructure bill official, going into law now. Here's ABC's Karen Travers with more.
Surrounded by members of Congress from both parties, President Biden signing into law the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure bill. Before a crowd of hundreds on a windy White House South lawn, the president said with this legislation, Washington is showing it can deliver for the American people.
Today, we're finally getting this done. So my message to the American people is this: America's moving again, and your life is going to change for the better.
The law sets aside $110 billion to repair aging highways and bridges, $65 billion for high-speed internet, and $39 billion for public transportation. The bill signing comes at a critical time for President Biden. A new ABC News Washington Post poll shows the president's approval ratings at a new low, just 41%. Just 39% of Americans saying they approve of his handling of the economy. But the president's signature policy initiatives are more popular right now than he is. 63% of Americans say they support the bipartisan infrastructure bill, and 58% say they support the nearly $2 trillion social spending bill that's still being negotiated among Democrats. 13 House Republicans and 19 Senate Republicans voted for the infrastructure bill, but only a handful attended the signing ceremony.
Is the president frustrated that more Republicans aren't coming so he can highlight, actually with everybody around him, the bipartisan work that went into this bill?
Really what is most important to the American people is what we do from here and how it's going to impact them and make their lives better, less than the attendance at a bill signing.
President Biden now hits the road to sell the infrastructure package and try to get some credit for it. On Tuesday, he heads to New Hampshire to promote funding to repair bridges. On Wednesday, he's traveling to Detroit to talk about money for electric vehicle charging stations. Karen Travers, ABC News, the White House.
Also, another update on a national story. It's a sad one on the tragedy that happened at the Astroworld Music Festival here recently. A 9-year-old boy who had been on life support after being trampled has died. That's Ezra Blount right there. He went with his dad to see rapper Travis Scott. He was on his dad's shoulders when the dad was knocked out after a sudden rush by the crowd, and when he regained consciousness, he couldn't find his son. Officials told him that he had been taken to the hospital. The death count now from the concert stands at 10. Coming up, what former Trump advisor Steve Bannon says after surrendering to the FBI today. We'll be right back. Former Trump advisor Steve Bannon surrendered to federal authorities in Washington, D.C. this morning. He's facing charges of contempt of Congress. Here's ABC's Elizabeth Schulte with the latest.
A defiant Steve Bannon turning himself in to the FBI and appearing before a federal court as he faces criminal contempt charges. Bannon was released with conditions and is scheduled to be arraigned Thursday. The one-time advisor to former President Trump was indicted last week for defying a subpoena from the congressional committee investigating the deadly January 6th Capitol attack. Bannon now vowing to fight the charges.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the misdemeanor from hell for Merrick Garland, Nancy Pelosi, and Joe Biden. We're going to go on the offense. We're tired of playing defense. We're going to go on the offense on this and stand by.
He's charged with 2 counts of contempt for refusing to testify and give documents to lawmakers. The House committee says Bannon is critical to their investigation, pointing to his own words on his podcast January 5th.
All hell is going to break loose tomorrow, and all I can say is strap in.
Bannon says he's refusing to cooperate at the request of Trump, who's defending his longtime ally, saying this country has perhaps never done to anyone what they've done to Steve Bannon, and they're looking to do it to others also. Trump insists he and former aides are protected by executive privilege. But that argument might not hold up in court for Bannon. His indictment states he's a private citizen who hasn't worked in the White House since 2017. If convicted, Bannon could face fines and up to 2 years in prison.
Other former Trump officials, including Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, are also refusing to comply with the committee's subpoenas. Lawmakers say they will not hesitate to hold Meadows in contempt. Elizabeth Schulte, ABC News, Washington.
Now, your Storm Alert Team forecast with Chief Meteorologist John Dessauer.
I'm going to stay out of the shop just for a moment so you can enjoy our nice view right now. Absolutely gorgeous looking sunset. Officially, sunset was about 9 minutes ago or so at 5:08. It's a live look from Honda, linking off to the south and west. Just some beautiful colors up in the sky right now. And what a beautiful day. We have had some clouds throughout the day, but temperatures made it up into the 70s. 73 degrees officially today in Lincoln. It was the warmest on this date in 5 years. So a beautiful looking sunset this evening. That's really nice. By the way, you can always see our cameras by going onto our website and going to our webcam page. Have them streaming 24/7, so you can go in and take a look at them anytime you would like. Temperatures around the capital city right now, the airport cooling a little faster than in the city. 57 degrees now at the airport, but we've got 61 degrees at East Campus. Southeast Community College a little cooler at 58. We've got 61 degrees on the south side of town down along Yankee Hill Drive, and also 63 degrees on the southwest side along Denton Road. Further to the south, we've got 64 in Beatrice. Now you'll notice by the temperatures that there is a change. There's a boundary that's running right about here. West of it, it's much warmer. In fact, right now it's still 70 degrees in Hastings, 70 in Kearney, and 71 degrees in Hebron. Now this evening, we'll have partly cloudy skies. Temperatures will be dropping. We'll drop pretty quickly between 6 o'clock and 8 o'clock, but then we'll start to hold pretty steady. I think lows will only be dropping off into the lower to mid 40s, about 10 degrees above where they normally should be for an overnight low. Take a look at temperatures now across the country. East, definitely much cooler. In fact, they had snow as far east and south over the weekend as down towards Indianapolis. Further to the west, we've got temperatures in the 60s all throughout the Rocky Mountains. And then as you go through south central plains, we've got temperatures right now sitting in the low to mid 70s. Again, that's west of a boundary. This warm sector, that's what we're moving into, the front will keep pushing off to the east, and that's going to keep us warm through the day tomorrow ahead of this cold front that's back out to the west. This front will pass through tomorrow night, bring with it maybe a chance for an isolated shower. It's going to pass mainly as dry. When the front begins to move through, you'll notice the winds shifting around to the northwest. Winds will begin to increase, and we'll have some stronger winds tomorrow night perhaps, and some cooler air coming our way for Wednesday. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., we're talking temperatures already into the 50s where we normally should be for high temperatures. So tomorrow's going to be a bonus day for sure, with temperatures running about 20 to 25 degrees above normal. By noon, temperatures up near 70 degrees. We'll call for partly to mostly cloudy skies through the day tomorrow. By 3 o'clock, we should be in the lower to middle 70s. Forecasting a high temperature of 74 degrees in Lincoln. Winds gusting at times to 30 miles per hour. Now, we're not near the high temperature record high for tomorrow. The record high is 80 degrees, but still pretty warm. 77 out towards Grand Island, 76 degrees for high in Hastings. And through the day tomorrow, winds will be out of the south, gusting, as I mentioned, up to 30 miles per hour at times. Now, if you're going out to maybe hang up your Christmas lights after work tomorrow, one thing to watch out for is once that front passes, wind shift, and that's when the winds will really begin to increase tomorrow evening, so don't get caught off guard by that. On Wednesday, we will see cooler temperatures moving in here, with highs only up into the 40s, so there will be a pretty big drop in temperatures, upwards of nearly 30 degrees from tomorrow to Wednesday. Wednesday is also going to be another windy day with partly cloudy skies. More sunshine on Thursday, mostly sunny, 46 degrees for a high temperature. We start to warm things up as we head towards the end of the week to near 60 degrees on Friday. Mid-50s Saturday before another cold front passes through, dropping us down to 44 for high on Sunday. And then next week, temperatures look to be on the cooler side of highs in the lower to mid-40s as we head in towards Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a little more closer to normal.
Or actually a bit below normal. Our normal high temperature right now is 52. So once we're talking low 40s, it's going to start to feel a little chilly. But this month, we are so far above normal right now. We're running nearly 4 degrees above normal per day.
Oh, we're spoiled.
That's
All
right.
Thank you so much, John. Check out Wall Street today. Not a whole lot going on. The Dow losing 13 points. NASDAQ lost 7. Here are your numbers. We'll be right back.
This week, COVID cases on the rise.
Finally tonight, a daring rescue caught on a doorbell camera, doggone good birthday, and epic parade preps underway in the Big Apple. Steve Nannis has all that and more in tonight's Take a Look at This.
And he said,
"Hello, yes, Siri."
Smoke coming out of the top of your house?
A jogger out for a run in Scotts Valley, California, leaping into action, catching a homeowner's attention on their doorbell camera. Courtney Polito says she heard the smoke alarms going off and gave the jogger the code to get inside. The mystery man rescued the family's 2 dachshunds, a rabbit, and a cat, and may have helped save their home.
The fire department said 10 more minutes and the house would have been gone.
But after the daring rescue, the Good Samaritan took off, leaving behind a grateful family.
My kids, myself, my husband, we would be devastated if we lost our pets, let alone our home.
From dachshunds to Dalmatians, the puppies are on parade. Ruth Marsh's friends and family celebrating her 101st birthday with 101 Dalmatians. The family throwing a parade for the matriarch inspired by the Disney classic to mark the occasion. They say it's the perfect way to party because Marsh used to host a 4th of July parade for herself, and she loves Dalmatians.
Happy 101, Grandma! We love you!
But the pageantry doesn't end with the pups. Pikachu, Grogu, and Ada Twist scientist out practicing for the parade.
Today's Balloon Fest.
With less than 2 weeks to go until their big debut, Macy's newest balloon stars took a trial run at Citi Field Saturday in preparation for the 95th annual Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. The test flight giving the characters and the hundreds of handlers a first-hand flying experience for the freshman class. For Take a Look at This, I'm Steve Nannis.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
Stop by Comfort Made Mattress Factory today and save up to $500 with our bigger bed, small.
Closed captioning on Channel 8.